Jacksonville Jaguars.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from Kansas City. Taking in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week: 10 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds. Now ETN to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was there, partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. For the moment, they're on top of their division, projected to host a wild-card game in the first weekend, but nothing is set in stone. There's a lot of shuffling that can still go on here. They haven't even clinched a playoff berth.
A lot goes into that one word you use, doesn't it? But. You're exactly right, because nothing's clinched. So that means another win is necessary, being able to play to the best of their abilities, because they can go from where they are right now to right out of the playoff race. If things go in the wrong direction for them, they've got to take care of business.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now here's Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes dumps it complete to Miller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for their fullback. He will push his way down to about the 14. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now Mahomes. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And that is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Newton now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer 3rd of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be fielded at the 17. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Jaguars at 14-1 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Etienne. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They snap it to Newton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down. And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. Mahomes hit, he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Mahomes now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Etienne. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. C.J. Ham, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Got an open man finding Jefferson. He's got the first down and more. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mahomes' throw complete there to Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
How about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnston. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Etienne up the middle. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. On first down, it's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run with ETN. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Jags have moved out in front. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes hitting Juju on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's going to let this one go deep. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Newton on first down. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd and 2. To the air again, Newton. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Newton to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Here's Tommy Townsend now
as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Wizards who have the lead. The Wizards locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. A touchdown there for Alvin Kamara. In our game, it was Cam Newton who led the way in that first half. His guys have the lead in KC as we get you back out to Arrowhead and rejoin Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Now a first down throw for Newton.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On second down, a run with Etienne.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Newton. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
To throw is Newton. He'll get this off to Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On the give, this is their fullback. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. The give to the fullback on the dive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. And now a carry here for their fullback. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, you know, we talked about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw here. Throwing quickly here, and he's got Jacobs. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback.
Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
No gain on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Going to be caught here, left side, Moore.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Mahomes to throw once more. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Cam goes out wide quickly. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On second down, they'll run it here. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he is going to have a Jags first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On first down, Newton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Jags are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Still a lot to be determined in terms of their final seeding. We do know they'll be in the playoffs, but in what shape, what capacity, we're not sure. But here, ready for a sports cliche, and then just take them one game at a time, right?
And they have to. And look, the thing about cliches, they've been proven over time. All right, we know that.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, here's Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Throwing is Newton. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 8 yards out.
And the Jaguars have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Carter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Newton now to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
KC's offense ready to take over.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. First down. Here's Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. C.J. Ham, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Second down at 5.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second.